Hey, what's going on, folks? We have a bunch of parts here from Eibach for the 10th gen Honda Civic. We're going to go over them, tell you all about them, open up these boxes, let you get a feel for what they look like and what they're going to do. Hey, what's up, guys? It's JP from EdgeAutosport.com. Thank you very much for being here. We're excited to show you a few parts that we have here on the table. We've got some parts from Eibach here, who are kind of some OGs in the Honda game. Definitely OGs in the suspension game for sure. They've been around a long time. They make really, really good suspension parts. We've got a box of lowering springs right here. We've got some sway bars. We've got some end links. So we are going to break open these boxes and just show you what's inside, kind of go over the bits and pieces, tell you a little bit about them, what they're going to do to your car. These are all for the 10th gen Civic. They make a variety of parts for the Type R, all the base models and the hatchbacks, and the SI coupe and sedan. So pretty much the whole range of 10th gen Civics, they have all these same parts for. You're going to see some differences in the lowering height of some of the springs for each model. So make sure you check out our website to find out how much your car is going to be lowered, but I'll try to point that out in the video as well. With that said, make sure you head over to our website where we have these on sale. They are on the site. Just let us know if you have any questions, and super easy to just go to edgeautosport.com and purchase. So let's go ahead and break into this and show you what we got. All right, so we've got everything laid out here in front of me on the table, and before I even get into it, it's always kind of a cool experience, or sometimes not so cool, unboxing stuff. You really just get to see the first impression and the initial quality of it all. And I can just honestly say, based on all the other things that I've seen, all the parts I've seen, all the stuff I've done with cars, Eibach stuff is really, really on point. So I'm really excited to show you this stuff right here. So I'll just get started with the springs. They have two different types of lowering springs, actually. They're both made to fit on the car with the stock dampers or any stock replacement damper. So even if you get like a Coney or a Bilstein or something that's out there that is a stock replacement, these should fit with that as well, or they'll just fit with the stock shocks and struts. So the Pro Kit is the milder version of lowering spring that they offer. The Sport line is the more aggressive, lower version that they offer. This is the Pro Kit that we have in front of us right here. It's black. I believe the Sport line springs are red, actually, so that's a quick, easy way to tell. The Pro Kit springs are going to lower the SI 0.9 inches according to Eibach in the front and the rear. I believe on the other non-SI models, it lowers it 0.9 and 1.0 in the rear. It's going to do just over a half inch on the Type R. The Sport line is going to take it a little bit over an inch for the non-SI and the SI models, and then the Type R takes it to around an inch of lowering if you get the Sport line springs. So I personally have used Eibach Pro Kit springs on another car that I own with stock shocks. It's a super quality ride, very, very nice. You can almost hardly tell that they're on there until you turn or until you're in a high performance situation, and then you can really feel the car not want to roll and pitch around so much. So these are really, really nice springs. They fit really nicely on with the stock shocks and struts. They work really nicely with those. So definitely a nice upgrade. If you don't want to go the whole coilover route, this is a nice in between. Next up, we'll start with these Camber Arms. These go on the rear of the vehicle. This fits every single 10th gen Civic out there. They all share the same camber arm. This is a beautiful, really nice, strong billet aluminum piece here that Eibach machines. The best part about this part, it's not just a part that you need just to replace the other one. The stock one isn't bad per se, but when you lower your car, you need to be able to adjust the camber back to factory spec. If you go low enough, you won't be able to get that factory spec camber or a camber that you desire from the stock control arm. So this right here has a double nut design right here. So while it's mounted on the car, you can rotate these nuts, you can lengthen it, shorten it, and change the camber of the rear only. So really, really nice piece. I mean, this is so much better than OEM, it's ridiculous. I mean, it looks awesome in person too. So really, really awesome piece from Eibach right here. Next up, we're gonna do the end links. So these are the front end links right here. These are the rear end links right here. And actually, before I go any further, a lot of this stuff is available independently, so you can get just a rear sway bar, just a front sway bar, just the front or rear end links, just the springs. All this stuff is available independently, but Eibach also lets you purchase full kits of all this stuff, and you actually end up saving some money. If you do end up getting a full kit, you know, you'll save a few bucks, you'll get all this stuff, but it all is available separately too. But back to the end links. These are just incredible. These are really, really nice. So just starting off, they are spherical end links. So they are not the typical factory style ball joint end links. They're much stronger, they're much more durable, and they give much more positive feedback when you're driving. So, I mean, overall, this is definitely a high performance end link without a doubt. All stainless steel components, you can tell right here. The centerpiece looks like is a nice machined aluminum. And what I really like is the center, I don't know what they call it when they machine it like this, but it's got just kind of a rough, abrasive surface to it. So you can just spin it and grip it when you're working on the car a lot easier than a smooth metal surface. So that's kind of nice in and of itself as well. These are also adjustable end links. So if you have a different shock or you know, a different sway bar, any sort of combination of a setup, this is going to be able to fit pretty much any setup you can ask for with being as adjustable as it is. So super nice end link right there. Really, really impressed with that. Same thing with the rear. These are also spherical, really nice stainless hardware here. Just, I mean, you can tell just by holding it that it's so much beefier than stock. And these little things kind of fall out of here, but they're just made to be placed in between the bolt that attaches to the chassis, so, and the sway bar. So this is just a really nice piece. All the hardware you need to install these comes with the kit, also adjustable for any different sway bar setups. So along with the rear sway bar, which is available separately, this is the rear sway bar here, the smaller one. This is about 25 or 26 millimeters in diameter. I measured it. I mean, just to the eye, it's definitely significantly beefier than the stock sway bar for sure. It's got two points at the end to mount the end links to, so it is adjustable. You can make it stiffer or a little bit softer. Both settings are going to be much stiffer than factory. This is available just by itself, and it's going to come with these new brackets. These are billet aluminum brackets, really nice. They have a Zerk fitting in here so you can grease them while they're on the car without taking the thing off. Really, really awesome. If they get squeaky or kind of dried out or something like that, you can easily do that from the outside. So yeah, that's the rear sway bar setup. Now, one option that you get is you can get a kit with this rear brace. Now in the old Hondas, they used to have kind of weaker subframes. The brackets would rip out of the subframe. So Eibach makes this nice piece. That's not a problem on the 10th gens, but it is kind of just a customary Honda thing. This rear brace just goes right on the back of the rear subframe, and then these brackets mount onto the end of this new brace here. So this is just gonna reduce, you know, or it's gonna help increase the amount of load that the subframe can take, kind of stiffen up the subframe. Just a real nice billet aluminum piece. Once again, super nice machining. And this does appear to be anodized, so it's not powder coated. This is an anodized piece, which is really nice. Same with the camber arms as well. Last but not least is the front sway bar. This thing is huge. It's super, super thick. And you can just tell this is such a massive upgrade from stock. Now this is definitely the harder one to install. The rear one is a pretty simple install, at the most half a day in your driveway if you're fairly mechanically inclined. This means taking off the entire front subframe. So you are in for a pretty tricky install if you haven't done that yet. If you want to get the help of somebody else or if you know what you're doing, great, but you do have to take off the front subframe for this front sway bar. There's only one setting here, but you can tell that it's just gonna stiffen up like crazy compared to the stock sway bar just by looking at it. And it does come with these new bushings too. These will mount to the subframe. They kind of go down into the subframe and they fit the new bar, obviously because it's much wider, so, or much larger diameter. So all in all, I mean, I'm just super impressed with all this Eibach stuff. It's really, really nice just coming out of the box to the eye. Very, very nice. I would have 100% confidence putting it on anything that I own. I have put Eibach stuff on stuff that I've owned in the past and have been really, really happy with it. So We know you will be too. If you have any questions or comments, just let us know. We'd be glad to help. And we're glad to show you this stuff today. We'll see you next time.